Good afternoon everybody and welcome back to the channel. Before we do, I just want to say thank you again for everybody who's continuously supporting the channel. I know I say it in every video, but I'm obviously very grateful. But if you've not seen my face before, I'm the Leeds United Daily, and I like to try and bring out Leeds United content on a daily basis, whether that's transfer news, negative news, good news, any news regarding any manager, any managers coming in, transfers, FIFA content, community work, charity work, and the list goes on. And hopefully be able to implement that later into the channel. But as you can tell by today's title, it's just going to be a very short and sweet one again. We're going to be doing a match review later on today, so stay tuned for that. But there has been a new update on the manager role at Leeds United, and it's maybe many, because obviously I put on my Instagram the other day, it's many that no one wants. There was around about 150 votes, I believe, and there was about 90 of you who said no. The rest said yes, so it just goes to show, doesn't it, that a lot of Leeds United fans don't really want this player in, or manager in, should we say. And he's called Steven Gerrard, and obviously there is rumours that Nuno Santos, the ex-Spurs and the ex-Wolverhampton Wanderers, is now linked to the club as well. And to me, I don't know if I want either of them. It's a very tricky one, isn't it? Because, I mean, when he was at Rangers, I know the Celtic boss, Angie, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce his second name, but the ex-Rangers boss and ex-Aston Villa boss has been linked with the job at Ellen Road. I don't know how true it is. I saw a couple of reports this morning, then I saw TalkSport announced it, and then obviously now I've seen that One Football has announced it as well. And to be honest with you, I feel like this is the route where Leeds United are going to have to go. Because with the likes of Arne Slot, the Angoli Irola situation, I know Leeds United wanted to go out and pay, like, was it like £10 million or £7 million to release him from Raya. But at the same time, Leeds United are probably going to be struggling to get a manager who's in a sense playing very well. It's the first stint in La Liga, and then obviously the Ferranoid manager as well, he's on the verges or could win the treble, you know. So it's going to be difficult to, in a sense, lure away a manager of that quality or their quality to come over to the Premier League, where Leeds United are just sat a point above the relegation zone. And this is what I mean, like, Leeds United are probably going to have to now look into a manager who isn't in a job, like Steven Gerrard, like Pochettino, like Tuchel, or Rafa Benitez, or managers of that caliber, you know. I mean, Gerrard does play the 4-3-2-1 wide system. He does sometimes play the 4-3-3 and the 4-3-1-2, depending on how the other team set up. But it's more so a diamond. I know it's wide, it's a diamond wide. And I know he didn't really have the best time at Aston Villa with 13 wins in 38, 8 draws, which obviously included 17 losses as well. So to me, I don't really know if I know it's his first ever time. He only survived 11 months. I know people are looking at that and thinking, okay, well, this is a poor record. But at the same time, we've got to look at it as well. Like, he did honestly amazing in the Scottish League. And I know people will be saying that, oh yeah, well, it's only Scotland. But there's so many people who are chanting or saying that they want the Celtic boss. And he's doing exactly the same as what Steven Gerrard's done at Rangers. So to me, I feel like if we are going to slag off or judge somebody like Steven Gerrard without seeing Angie or whatever you want to call him in the Premier League, I don't think it's right. I mean, fair enough, his track record in the Premier League doesn't really sit there very nicely, because obviously we need a manager who's going to come in, who's going to, like, make us better. I mean, Leeds United have a good squad anyway, but at the same time, we need a manager who's going to be in a sense higher quality. And I think that's why Leeds United went out there and started to look at these types of managers, like Gallardo, River Plate manager, Rayo Vallecano manager, and Feyenoord manager as well. So, but there's also as well Nuno Santos. He's become one of the candidates now, who by Phil Hay has actually stated that he isn't surprised or wouldn't be surprised if Leeds United actually looked at him to bring him over just for a short-term basis. But he's more of a defensive-minded a manager, whereas Gerrard is more of an attacking manager. He plays a little bit like Jesse Marsch did, the same intensity, same pressing and stuff like that, whereas Nuno is a little bit more conservative, where he'll sit back, he'll make the team a lot more compact, should we say. And he's come out, and I saw a tweet actually saying that this is pretty much his philosophy. When you attack, you need to be wide, which is fair enough. So he does play wide football, and that's where the 3-4-3 comes in. But also, when you defend, you need to be compact. And the 3-4-3 goes both ways, attacking and defence. And it's hard for teams to break us down. And that is kind of true, because when he does defend, he will go back to a back five, sorry. So it'll be more like a 5-4-1. So it'd be very difficult for teams to move through that mid block, you know, and he'll make the team so compact that they'll be like park the bus syndrome. That's how we'll say it, because there'll be pretty much 10 players behind the ball, including the goalkeeper. And then obviously they'll go up really quick on the counter-attack. So to me, I don't really think it would be either bad for him, but I don't think he would be suited for long term. But I don't really know too much about Nuno. Steven Gerrard is a bit yes and no for me, is hit and miss for me, so I don't really know too much on what he could do for Leeds United. I know there's a lot of Leeds fans who would sit here and say that they don't want to see him at the club, but overall, we need a manager now who's going to, in a sense, give that team a bit of confidence. And if Skubala, or whatever you want to call him, brings that, I mean, Burnley did it with their manager, so we'll just have to wait and see by tomorrow's game whether it's going to be another great performance and whether he's going to be remaining towards the end of the season. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. It's just a quick update to say that there's 2 more candidates now who've become a little bit more linked into the manager role at Leeds United. Comment down below your thoughts and your opinions of the situation. Do you want Steven Gerrard, do you want Nuno, or none of them at all? Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my preview later. Peace.